Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Sandeep Sharma, your pediatric super specialty faculty at PrepLadder, and in uh, INI-SS May 24 exam, we have Dr. Prithviraj with us today. The results are out, and Dr. Prithviraj Case 1 has got rank 2. He has got rank 2 in DM Neonatology, and it is my privilege to invite him here. Plus, before this interview, I came to know he's technically also my junior because he has done his MD from PGI Chandigarh. So, really proud of taking this interview of Dr. Prithviraj. Welcome, Prithvi, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the kind words, sir. You are a
So,
source
Prithvi,
for us.
thank you, Prithvi. Pleasure is all mine. Prithvi, can you please tell about your background, what place you belong to, UG, PG, and what you are doing right now?
Yes, sir. I originally come from Tamil Nadu, sir. But I did my UG from Government Tiruvallur Medical College, and subsequently I joined PG in PG Chandigarh in 2021. So I completed my PG in December 2023, and I have joined us from PG, and I have joined as non-academic SR in PGA from January. So I'm currently working as non-academic SR in PGA Chandigarh.
Great. So while working, you must be posted in emergency right now. Non-acad SRs usually get emergency immediately.
Yes, sir. Emergency. I have been posted in emergency last 3 months. So
3 months. And still you were able to crack the exam.
yes, sir. I believe it is a long-term journey. Like I have been studying from UG, sorry,
True,
PG.
true,
Uh,
true.
so I don't
So true.
believe sprinting.
Yes, so
Yes,
true. So Prithviraj, because you have got rank 2 in DM neonatology, it's something people dream of when they are doing their MD. So how number one, how did you find the exam? And number two, how did you prepare for the department assessment?
yes, sir. So this is my first attempt in INI SS DM neonatology exam. So I found theory exam to be more precise. Like we should be uh, getting top to bottom of AIMS protocols. So before like around 70-80% questions are from AIMS protocol only. Some questions from biostats and some from general pediatrics. So I prepared primarily from 2-3 sources, and I found the exam to be not so difficult but so precise actually. So you have to know the dot point where which weight, which gestational age the protocol changes. So we have to be sure about which thing comes at 32 weeks, which comes at 34 weeks. So even in 1 week, they will give a changing scenario. So but I found theory exam to be so precise, but departmental assessment is bit. So it is actually advantageous for neonatology aspirants because it is more of a semi-objective type of assessment, not subjective assessment in departmental assessment. It is more like a OSCE kind of thing where they will run through a scenario, which I feel that if you work in a decent ICU unit, you don't need any special uh, preparation for departmental assessment. But you have to be good with DDs, how to work. So as I'm still working, it is very easy for me to go through the scenario. What are the DDs? Just like I work, I think about the case scenario. So I feel there is no special need for preparing for departmental assessment. Rather than I feel that if you work, it is easy.
So, Prithvi, what were the resources you found useful while preparing for this exam? If someone has to crack DM neonatology, INISS, similar to you,
Yes.
what are the things you would recommend?
Sir, so for neonatology purpose, I maybe we can divide it into neonatology and general peds part. For neonatology, two resources are I feel it is golden. We should treat it like Bible. One is AIMS protocol, the new edition one.
Yes.
Next is NNF CPG guidelines. So there are 2-3 questions came from NNF. Last time also they were telling. This is my first attempt, but last time I got to know one from seniors. So these two resources are you should read line by line, not even miss a chapter. So even this time there were questions from chapters which are just 2-3 pages length. So there are questions from big chapters also. So I feel if you read AIMS protocol and NNF guidelines, I think it is more easy to crack the exam. Additional resources which I thought of studying, but I couldn't end up studying, are Clohati, some topics which are not there in AIMS protocol. Very rare topics like hydrocephalus. The first chapter of Clohati is bit good, so it gives a overall approach. So I thought of studying Clohati, but I couldn't because of time constraints. I didn't read. But help other than for neonatology, biostats, you should be bit like a bit proactively studying biostats, because some 3 to 5 questions will come in theory, and in departmental assessment also they asked biostats. But not high-fi biostats level, which we discuss in journal clubs. Just a basic one, which I basically read my NEET PG preparation. From whatever source we had, I feel that is more than enough. And I have attended some biostats symposiums in PJ, so it's useful.
I
But
know, I know.
yes,
We are used to have them. Although I used to sleep through them, but in case you are targeting INI-SS,
there's one question which was straight from Datta sir's lecture slide, so I just read it.
nice, nice. So Prithviraj, did you use PrepLadder, and how did you find the resources
For
and
other resource,
exams and videos?
for general pits, I primarily used PrepLadder only. I read Nelson for my, not the complete Nelson, maybe 30-40% of Nelson, important topics for MD university exams. So only that. I didn't read Nelson for INI-SS completely. For INI-SS, I read just PrepLadder part. Even though not complete videos also, I couldn't complete the videos, but because in duty I can't see video and notes, so I'll just read the notes through. So whenever I get time, I read one chapter. I'll take the books to my duty. I'll just read duties. I couldn't get time to see videos. I started with videos. They were very, I could easily grasp, but there was no time. I wanted to cover general parts as vast as possible. But I don't think you need special preparation for general bits. But last time, because only 20-30 questions came, and that too, if you had read for your university exams decently, I feel you should be able to crack it. For the neonatology part, what I told, both the resources, NNF and there are new NNF guidelines also. Even they came, which are not yet published in all places, but there is something circulating. So both the things are more than sufficient, I feel. And from PG period, if you see a case and start reading AIMS protocol and PGI protocol, I think it is more of more it is enough for a preparation and for treating purpose also, actually.
Correct. Prithviraj, did you solve MCQs also? Did you have time for that?
I didn't have any
I
time.
know the answer, but I want to hear from you.
Yes, sir. I didn't have any time. I didn't attempt GTs also. But I thought it was my mode of preparation for INI CT. When I was preparing, I was more into MCQs. But this time I didn't had time. But I feel it should be done ideally for a person who has lost that MCQ touch. We have some quizzes. I was attending some quizzes in PGI, so I'm more comfortable with questions. So I read according to the what are the questions they ask, and I myself frame questions. So while reading itself, I
Basically,
can elaborate.
you need to be in touch with the MCQs somehow.
Yes,
If not direct MCQ, if there are quizzes happening in your medical college, and quizzes do happen, pediatric units are very famous for all these quizzes. I think that also helps you in that doing that practice and getting the
that should be in
duly application going.
our mind should be able to comprehend MCQs, but just questions, not just reading vast syllabus.
Correct.
So if you are in that, I feel it is good. But I did some maybe 10 modules. I found it useful, but unfortunately, I didn't have time.
You will now have sufficient time not to solve MCQs, but yes, to now learn the intricacies of neonatology.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Because I don't think you're going to give any further exam after this.
Yes, sir.
Maybe MRCP-CH if you feel like, or DNB if you feel like, but DM will not give you time now.
I have applied for MRCP, sir, but I haven't started preparing.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Once you join DM, you will have a tough time trying to balance. But again, you are going to be a DM neonatologist. What place are you planning to do it from?
Sir, well, there is only one seat in AIMS and one seat in PGI. So rank one is my batchmate only. I have to ask her what she is taking. So
Based on that. So whether you go to PGI or you go to AIMS, it's like,
I'm comfortable with both, sir.
does it it's you are there and you are going to be one of the topmost neonatologists in the country a few years from now, and really happy for you, Prithvi.
Yes, sir.
Prithviraj, if you have to advise people who are in first year of MD,
Yes.
first year of DNB, and they are thinking how should they plan out their preparation in your
The
opinion?
primary thing is like everyday cases. I don't think there is anything which can teach you more, any protocols which can teach you more than day to day seeing the cases. So I feel that if you see one PPHN case in a ward or maybe a suspected PPHN, we don't know the diagnosis and we won't come to a diagnosis in neonatology. We will be just keeping DDs around. So I feel you analyze all the DDs, come back home and see how your seniors are taking decisions, how your consultants are taking decisions, and then come back to book and you understand why they took that decision. I feel it is the most essential, but I don't think reading Nelson rather than will help in cracking these kind of exams. Nelson is good for understanding the concepts, but for these cracking these exams, you have to be uh, familiar with clinical scenarios and seeing cases helps. I think that is the only one thing we can do. We didn't have much time to study during PG also, so just seeing cases and whatever and if some new guidelines comes, we'll attach those protocols in the case file and then we'll read. So that's how. I don't think other than that.
So to summarize what Prithvi, yes. So Prithvi has just said that you need to see the cases. There is no replacement for bedside teaching, and whatever you see, correlate with the protocols and be consistent. And yeah, if once your concepts open up, I think it is going to be relatively easy. And even in emergency, I'm telling you, PGI pediatric emergency is one of the toughest and busiest phases you can ever see in your life. And if Prithvi can sneak out time during that time and still crack while doing his emergency duty, I think anybody can. It just requires patience and it is a more of a long haul rather than a short sprint, as Prithvi just said. Prithvi, do you feel that PrepLadder, would you recommend PrepLadder and its videos and its course for your juniors if
I
they are
actually,
curious
yeah,
about
I
the
actually
MD?
subscribed to PrepLadder in the fifth semester, but I didn't have much time. But during my MD exams also, I couldn't cover actually neuro from Nelson. It is very big. So for some part like neuro, gastro, I covered primarily from PrepLadder only. Uh, then other than that, for general peds part, I think it is most complete. I don't think it should be more elaborative. Also, I feel it is enough for general peds part. For subspecialty part for INI-SS, I think we need to specific subjects like neonatology. You have to read AIMS protocol, and for other subjects, their special things.
Correct, correct. In fact,
But
keeping
for
this in
general
mind,
peds part and NEET SS, probably I haven't attempted NEET SS, but I feel PrepLadder should be sufficient.
correct, correct. And in fact, Prithvi, I would like to tell you that you can inform your juniors also that keeping this in mind, we have started working on new modules, and these
Yes,
are detailed modules based upon the latest AIMS, the 3-volume AIMS
yes.
protocol, which is coming up. Obviously, you will not be needing it, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll
be a contributor in the edition 4 of
yes,
new protocol. By the time it comes out, it usually comes out every 4 to 5 years. So by that
yes,
time, you might be a contributor. So would love to see your face and your name over there. And I can proudly say that
yes,
he
yes.
was my junior and my student, right? So
Yes.
really, really happy. In the end, Prithvi, you want to dedicate this success to someone, your family, parents, teachers, mentors.
I would like to dedicate to my parents first. So they support me still now. I haven't gone back home after MD also. I'm still roaming here and there. So they are supporting me like no one. And my teachers in PGI, like including HOD sir, if at all for not him, we would not have attended morning classes. Still, he comes early to
Sujit
classes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sujit.
Yes.
Sir,
So
sir still comes and sits in the last row, seeing
yes,
who
sir.
is coming at what time.
Yes, he comes at 7:40. If
Yes,
we
I know.
come at 7:50, he'll turn us and see. So just for that look, we'll try to come. So those are things which kept going to keep that academic mind fresh.
Great.
So and my friends and my wife, I have recently married, so she has also supported me.
Congratulations again to Prithvi, to ma'am, your wife, and to everyone associated with Prithvi. He has done wonders in getting rank 2. Trust me, rank 2 INI-SS DM Neonatology while in first attempt, while working in pediatric emergency. I don't think it can get bigger than this. And Prithvi, on behalf of entire PrepLadder team, I wish you all the very best for your
Thank
future,
thank
and
you.
all the very best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.